Namaste. Welcome to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnit. Dear viewers, let us now start the program with the main affairs of the day. Commercial animal husbandry is the highest in state number 1 and the lowest in Madhya state. Although there are a significant number of farms in operation, the productivity is low. Imports and exports of agricultural produce both decreased, with imports falling by 32% and exports by 59%. Butwal sub-metropolitan city has openly banned the sale and distribution of milk on the roadside. Plus more. Let us continue the program with the news on Nepali productivity. Nepali productivity has not really increased according to the news we are receiving. The Nepali government should be advised to bring new strategy to combat the increasing demand and low productivity. Even though it is a good thing that the government has a survey report, the news is not that positive for the Nepali nation according to the source of the news. The Nepali government has tried many things to improve agriculture. However, we need new ways of doing agriculture. We have to think on smart agriculture. Commercial animal husbandry is the highest in state number 1 and lowest in Madhya state. Although there are a significant number of farms in operation, the productivity is low. According to the latest statistics of the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, the number of non-milking cows is 37%, that is 9,104. The number of milk cows in the country is 63%, that is 15,308. According to the latest statistics published by the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, there are 6,486 commercial livestock farms in the country. Among them, 1,233 cows, 914 buffaloes, 2,295 goats, and 572 sheep are in commercial operation. In terms of number, even though a significant number of farms are operating, Nepal is still not self-sufficient in milk and milk products and meat. 300,000 liters of milk is not enough for Nepal every year, while buffalo meat consumption is 60%. According to the statistics prepared by the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, the World Food and Agriculture Organization and the Central Statistics Department, a total of 44,873 cows are raised commercially, and the number of advanced cows is 33,757. The most milk is produced in Bagmati state, 1,35,98,510 liters of milk. It is mentioned in the statistics that cows of local breed give milk for 9 months and cows of advanced breed give milk for 10 months. The highest number of pigs are reared in state number 1 at 16,884 and the lowest at 528 in the Madhya state. Likewise, the highest number of sheep and goats, 34,975, is in Karnali state and the lowest in Madhya state, 395. It is mentioned that the highest number of goat rearing is 33,213 in state number 1 and the lowest is 6,502 in Madhya state. In the west, the highest number is 11,469 in Gandaki state and lowest is 1,630 in Far West state. After the news report, let us now see the news on import and export. It is reported that the import and export have decreased in the current financial year. The Nepali trade is low according to the report that we have received. What does this mean for the country? One thing is for certain. The revenue collected will be low, which will have likely impact on the budget of the country. The trade all over the world is affected due to the corona pandemic and the war in Ukraine. Import and export of agricultural produce both decreased, with imports falling by 32% and exports by 59%. In the first quarter of the current fiscal year 2007-80, both the import and export of agricultural products have decreased. According to the first quarterly review of the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, imports have decreased by 32% and exports by 59%. According to the ministry, there has been a decrease in the import and export of agricultural products due to the trade of sunflower oil, soybean, and palm oil. According to the ministry, during the review period of the current year, Nepal exported goods worth only 2.82 arba rupees. Nepal has exported ginger, cardamom, vegetables and fruits, tea and coffee during this period. Similarly, soybeans, raw materials of sunflower oil, mustard, onions and apples, lemons, bananas and oranges are mainly imported according to the ministry. 55 arba 89 crore was allocated by the total allocated budget of the ministry for the current year 2007-80. According to the ministry, out of the allocated 22 arba 66 crore for the first quarter, the expenditure was 13 arba 20 crore rupees. After the news report, let us now see the news on ban on sales of open milk. The Nepali agriculture is primitive. Our business is also primitive. The milk is still sold open in the streets of many places in the country. The Nepali government in some places is more active on organizing the business. The sales of milk in the open streets also deprive the government the revenue from the milk. The revenue is collected supposedly for the development of the country. It is time that the citizens and the government servants all are honest to the country. Butwal sub-metropolitan city has openly banned the sale and distribution of milk on the roadside. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Butwal sub-metropolitan city has openly banned the sale and distribution of milk on the roadside. A meeting chaired by Deputy Chief and Monitoring Committee Coordinator Savitra Devi Aryal and the milk businessmen decided to ask the businessmen and farmers dealing in milk to register compulsorily to stop the sale and distribution of milk openly on the roadside. The meeting decided to establish a lab with lab machine for testing the quality of milk and milk products to make milk products healthy and orderly. In the same meeting, a working group has been formed to support and coordinate the implementation of a code of conduct to be followed by milk sellers, farmers, and dairy businessmen involved in milk business in order to make milk products of quality and health. After the news report, let us now see the news on sheep rearing. The sheep is a very popular animal all over the world. The wool, meat, and milk of the sheep have been consumed since the ancient times. Sheep is one of the first animals to be domesticated by the human beings for consumption. It is reported that the Nepali sheep keeping is not developed. The Nepali sheep is left in the shadows as the youths are not interested in the profession of sheep rearing. It is true that the Nepali primitive agriculture is not attractive to the youths. The residents of the rural areas of Sengja who have been embracing the business of sheep farming have not yet been able to modernize and commercialize sheep farming. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The residents of the rural areas of Sengja who have been embracing the business of sheep farming have not yet been able to modernize and commercialize sheep farming. Due to the lack of abundant grassland and lack of modern technology, the number of sheep is decreasing. Farmers say that due to not being able to be modern and professional, there is now a problem in the continuity of the profession. The farmers of Sengja who have been rearing sheep for more than 3 decades have not been able to get proper subsidy. Due to lack of interest of the young generation, sheep keeping has become a problem.
माग्ने ठाउँ थाहा नभएर हो कि जानी कहाँ हो थाहा नभएर माग्न नजानेर हो दिनेले पनि दिएको छैन माग्न पनि जान जानिया छैन अब पाल्दै आएको 35-40 वर्ष भयो अहिलेसम्म कतैबाट केही सहयोग.
The problem has also increased due to the fact that the shepherds remain ignorant of the treatment methods for the disease affecting the sheep and the technicians are not available at the right time. The technology required for the promotion of the sheep rearing business, which the farmers are farming in the traditional style, does not reach in time, due to which the number of sheep has started to decrease.
सामान्य माटे झुका औषधिसम्म पाइया छैन यिनै नै हुन् समस्याहरू चरनहरू दुःख छ चराउने ठाउँहरू छैन तलतिर सबै वनमासाले सार्वजनिक चरन जति सबै ढाकेर केही घाँस पलाएको छैन अब यिनै हुन् कुराहरू.
At present, there are sheep farms in places like Chapakot, Kalyan and Walling of Sengja. According to the Animal Service Expert Center, Sengja, there are farmers who rear sheep in the district. After the news report, let us now take a small commercial break. Stay with Krishi Television. After the commercial break, welcome back to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal. Dear viewers, let us now see the news on land. Nepali land is becoming more precious than ever as the population of the country is increasing and the demand for settlement and agriculture is also increasing. The land should be well classified so that the arable land is used for agriculture and land that is less productive should be used for settlement. The agriculture land should be protected from being used for settlement. Also, the agriculture profession should be modernized. Real estate transactions across the country has decreased by 50%. There is ban on allotment of residential land less than 4 annas in Kathmandu Valley. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Real estate transactions across the country have decreased by 50%. There is ban on allotment of residential land less than 4 annas in Kathmandu Valley. All over the country, real estate transactions have decreased by 50%. According to the Department of Land Management and Records, a total of 562,294 houses were traded in the months of Shaun, Bhadra and Asoj of the last financial year, but it has decreased by 49.88% to 281,795 during the same period of the current financial year. In the first 3 months of the current financial year, the real estate sales have decreased by 86.24% due to the decline in transactions. According to the department, there were 441,770 cases in Shawan, Bhadra and Asoj of the last financial year and 56,360 cases in the same period of this financial year. With the implementation of the land use regulations in the real estate market, the land market has been decreasing in the urban areas and outside the districts as well. Along with the decline in real estate transactions and sales, the revenue collected by the government has also decreased. The department said that there has been a decrease of 62.63% in revenue collection in the last 1 year. From Shaun to Asoj of the last financial year, 23.73 Arbor rupees revenue was collected from real estate business, but in the same period of the current fiscal year, it decreased by 62.63% to 8.86 Arbor rupees. According to the land use regulation issued by the government, there is a ban on allotment of land classified as residential area in Kathmandu Valley with an area of less than 4 annas and 1 dam. In Kathmandu Valley, land classified as agriculture area has been prohibited to be divided in less than 500 square meters area. After the news report, let us now see the news on agriculture today in Nepal. As the pressure of the population demands more food, the country is turning to chemical fertilizer for high production. So where does this put the human health of the 21st century? We are in a very difficult situation. Our agricultural land is used up by settlement areas. How do we manage with the space we have? How do we make our food healthy? And how do we produce for everyone? If we are at a dead end, it is very sad. We do not want to stop fighting to survive. Not only to survive, we want to thrive. For this, we need everyone to understand. The understanding comes from education. Organic agriculture campaigners have said that emphasis should be placed on organic agriculture for the revival of the food system. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Organic agriculture campaigners have said that emphasis should be placed on organic agriculture for the revival of the food system. On the occasion of the 42nd World Food Day, they said this at the Organic Farming Revival of the Food System organized jointly by various organizations including the Agriculture Campaign for Food, National Farmers Group, and Cereals. According to them, the existing pesticide farming system has adversely affected public health as well as soil, water, and other environmental areas, and the production has not increased. Chairman of the National Inclusion Commission, Dr. Ramakrishna Timilsina, said that every sector, including agriculture, has been affected because Nepal's universities have only produced educated manpower without being educated. Balkrishna Joshi, senior scientist of Nepal Agriculture Research Council, said that compared to traditional indigenous food, it is more healthy. He says that amount of carbohydrates in the advanced breed food is higher, but the traditional indigenous food is balanced. Agriculture campaigner for food Binod Dahal said that our agriculture has reached a dangerous situation due to chemicals and pesticides, and said that if chemical fertilizers and pesticides are not stopped, the same agriculture system will be passed on to the future generation and they will also be at risk. Uddhav Adhikari, the coordinator of the Agriculture for Food campaign, who's also the chairman of the program, said that synergy between advanced farming system and mitigation of climate change is not possible. After the news report, let us now continue with the news on agriculture implements. Nepal imports everything. Agriculture implements are also imported from foreign countries. The Nepali Agriculture Implement Factory has been closed for 3 decades. Now it is reported to have started work. This is a very good thing that the country is awakened to the knowledge of producing in the country itself. It is an effort to be self-reliant. There are many different technologies in the world that makes agriculture easy work. Till now, the Nepali farmers have been working harder and earning less. The work for operation of agriculture implements, which has been closed for 3 decades, has started. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The work for the operation of agricultural implements, which has been closed for 3 decades, has started. The National Innovation Center has started work for the operation of an agricultural implement factory in Birganj. The center started working after the cabinet meeting on Vadar 31st entrusted the National Innovation Center with the task of bringing the agricultural implement factory, which has been closed for 3 decades, back into operation. According to the center, 50% of the machines of the agricultural implement factory can be brought into working condition immediately. The center has a plan to remove the non-working machines and install new ones. According to the center, 50% of the machines in the factory are in working condition, 25% of the remaining half can be repaired, and 20% are not working. According to the center, it will take 10 months to clean and repair the factory. After that, other operations of the factory will begin. This is all in Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Before I go, let us review the main affairs of the day. Commercial animal husbandry is the highest in state number 1 and the lowest in Madhesh state. Although there are a significant number of farms in operation, the productivity is low. Imports and exports of agricultural produce both decreased, with imports falling by 32% and exports by 59%. Butwal sub-metropolitan city has openly banned the sale and distribution of milk on the roadside. Thank you for watching Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. I'll be back with more affairs next time. Till then, Jai Krishi, Jai Kishan, Samprita Krishi, Nepal Kishan.